ASI began and grew out of the 70s. The 70s were a turbulent time in the city of Chicago. There were riots, there were fights for access to justice, for resources, and it was a very difficult time. So Latino leaders understood that we needed to create new institutions and new community-based organizations that cared about us. And so ASI began in 1975 to address the unemployment issues, the despair, and to give our youth hope and opportunities. There were two main challenges that I found when I started at ASI. One was the complete lack of technology. We were going to close when I began because the state required certain technology be installed. So I had to quickly come in and build the IT infrastructure, and then I got training dollars with the help of St. Augustine, and then we raised hundreds of thousands of dollars so that I could upskill my workforce so they could adapt to this new technology, these new electronic medical record systems. And two, I was not wanted when I started as the Chief Executive Officer at ASI. They were used to previous leaders. They were afraid. They were afraid that I was going to let them go or they weren't going to be able to live up to my standards. So they actually tried to remove me when I began. This happens when you are in the process of transforming an organization. That was very, very hard for me to overcome. But I stayed there, I stayed committed, and we are now thriving. I moved ASI from a traditional home care agency into a full post-acute care continuum because I did research. I went to conferences, I studied home care when I began, and I understood that there were gaps in the system, that we needed to close the gap so our communities could be healthier. ASI has grown from an organization with one office and one program to an organization where we have 7 offices throughout the city, and we're growing into the western suburbs and some of the southern suburbs to go where our Latino community is moving. So we are a huge agency serving multiple counties with 350 employees, and we serve over 400,000 hours of service to individuals each year, every way that we possibly can. So we are growing to meet the growing needs of our growing communities.